Hi there. How are you today? Welcome to Impossible Live. Welcome back. If you're returning, let us know where you're tuning in from. If you're joining us for a replay, please put hashtag replay and let us know a way that we can help you in between our impossible lives. What's some news that you're celebrating right now? And today, really, when you can, share what you're grateful about. And please share some of your wins. I'd love to hear them. And today's tweak, so to speak, on one of our previous topics, one of my guests, a potential guest, had suggested I was speaking about things that were happening in life. And I was talking about gratitude, grief, and growth. And they said, that's a great title for one of your impossible lives. I want to thank them because they never had an opportunity to join me as a guest after suggesting that great title. So, revisiting it, but really from the perspective of reflections. Why reflections? Probably fitting in with some of my words and themes for the year. So, my words of the year are cadence, the reminder to kind of keep checking into the rhythm and the beat and the right timing this year, to be really, really conscious of that. Um, some good friends would call it divine timing from the human design perspective. Or one of my chakra alignment coaches, Alana, had mentioned that a lot of my energy comes from my root center from human design. It's my only motor. So I really wanted to be conscious this year in the process of building, of reaching out, of just collaborating, to be really conscious of the timing. Second word was kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope's a vision word to really remind me of the lens. It and the lens of which I'm looking to remind me to keep seeing and listening to other amazing perspectives. That we sometimes have tunnel vision. We're a little bit stuck. There's some serious stuff happening, or we're sorting through stuff, or we're really busy in work or in life. And it kind of feels like your head's down in a tunnel. And I'm really grateful to my colleagues in positive intelligence, in emotional intelligence, and to Yvette Bethel of Organizational Soul, who has just turned me into a trust ambassador. These are some of the things from the lens perspective. Hey, Phil, how are you, PQ Godfather? Congratulations. Phil has just received an amazing recognition from his clients and his colleagues for his sales performance. Hey, Shirley, welcome back. And Phil, let us know about your Brian Tracy Award in the comments so that we can keep sharing it and trigger some smiles across the miles. And Shirley, let us know about what's happening next in your Mosaic Nation for co-elevators. Hey, Therese. Oh my gosh, Therese, I love, love, love your comment. Hey, Andrea, how are you? Welcome back. Teresa's comment really, uh, Therese reminds me, and I want to thank you. I met you at Amalia's audio room last week, and boy, I'm looking forward to tuning into that. She acknowledges it's not easy to wait for God's timing, but if we're willing to let go of control over when everything is supposed to happen, we're left with a smoother flow. Oh, thank you for another amazing mic drop. And I'm looking forward to hanging out with you. Therese has a fabulous, vibrant voice for those of you who have not had a chance to meet her. But while we're talking about the gratitude and Phil's great award and some good things that may be happening for you, Andrea Dixon, who's rocking as she approaches her second anniversary of her business, Tony Ann Organics, has been dropping in more. Andrea, we're really grateful for your energy and for your support. And I want to thank Therese because she's mentioning generous comments. We don't always share from a place of generosity. And I really appreciate those of you who've been sharing that with me recently. It's a reminder to let the introvert keep coming out to play. So, a couple of things from a gratitude perspective. Hey, Lachelle, how are you, beautiful America's Supermom? Hey, Marcia, welcome back. And thanks all of you really for joining me today. But from a gratitude perspective, I'd love to start with being really, really grateful for having much stronger faith. And we always talk about our spirituality. We don't always talk about where we're coming from a religious perspective or what lights up our steps. But last year was one of those years to really reinforce my faith. And I really want to thank you. Ah, thank you so much. Ooh, Lachelle. I hope your son is feeling a little better, and I hope that bone is not broken. From a gratitude perspective, I want to thank Yvette for turning me into a trust ambassador. And mm, Phil, I want to thank you for Angie Alexander introduced me to the saboteurs, and it didn't really hit me how to use them. Angie presented it, and so Phil was selected as the recipient of the Brian Tracy Award for Sales Excellence by Focal Point Business Coaching. He's a coach mentor of the year, and he's now one of several master coaches. And Phil, it's so well deserved. And congratulations also, because you're also on this side of positive intelligence, PQ mastery. From the gratitude perspective, I really want to thank those of you who keep sharing light and lights to help us keep going. We can really get stopped by the grief, by the pebbles, by the debris, things we've been carrying around and that we're sorting through. And I'm really, really grateful, partially because of Impossible Live, because I never let out that Mel didn't feel that she was totally possible or totally confident. And it's an interesting thing to say as a coach. And I think one of the things in it is it took the pandemic to help me realize some of the gaps. And some of the gaps in the sense that we don't see them because we're too close. But one of the gifts of the pandemic was some time to really take a deep dive in a really safe setting. And I'll say safe because trust has helped me explore that I didn't always feel safe. It's one of the reasons why in many posts, people will see that I refer to it as a fragile world until it's a world where all of us have a chance to succeed, to flourish, to thrive, when we're all safe and well supported by family, by friends, by colleagues, by collaborators. I'll continue to call it a fragile world because parts of it are broken. And if we stay in that lane of feeling like, as I was having a conversation with the amazing Tabitha Barron of keeping your kids safe on Friday, and we started this conversation actually Thursday, but we've been continuing it all weekend. Tabitha has dedicated herself to helping others keep their children safe. She does it as a parent of an autistic child. She does it as an aunt who had, unfortunately, her niece was dropped off twice in the wrong location off of a school bus. So Tabitha focuses on keeping your kids safe. And sometimes it can feel like she's doing this in a world that's not always grateful. for her reminders that we need to think about safety 24/7. But I'm grateful because of my conversations with Tabitha, I'm able to acknowledge that I didn't always feel safe. It's one of the reasons why Mel will say, I'm grateful to say I help focusing on helping others make space to emerge. We need help. We need light. We need fuel. We need support. We need care. And really grateful for the inspiration. And Therese, I'm telling you, when you meet Yvette Bethellen, for those of you who didn't have a chance to check out our previous episode of navigating trust, opportunities, and barriers, please check out amazing Yvette Bethel. I'm also really grateful for amazing family, delightful clients, fabulous guests who are coming in and dropping gems just to kind of keep us awake and on an amazing, 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 amazing track. And we don't know where that track's going all the time. We don't know the way the road is going, but it's helped me become really grateful for self-care, for faith, for our cousins are on the way this weekend. One of them is relocating. They'll be closer by in an adjoining state. And we're going to have some pool time this weekend. I cannot wait to celebrate them, their next steps, as we never know where this path is going. And to really thank some amazing positive intelligence coaches who I've had the pleasure to meet because of Angie inviting me to PQ Coaches Collective, and because of Phil sharing the assessments with me. If you haven't had a chance to explore mental fitness, let's chat sometime and explore it. But in the process, Shirley, Marie Vega-Byrne, Jackie Muller, Joe Norcross, and Michelle, and I'm loving that I can't remember Michelle's last name at the moment, and Heather Skillman. There ended up being 7 of us in this pod together, and we called ourselves Kaleidoscope. Yep, it relates back to this word of the year, but I really just want to thank you for lighting up some trails. And once we could join Positive Intelligence, what a welcoming community. Nathan of Positive Intelligence, who selected me for a coach's spotlight. I didn't feel my most articulate, but I love this gentleman and his dynamic energy. And it really helped me really take some great steps in through and to a more positive place of self-care and locate something I'm truly calling sustainable energy. So Shirley's got some great news up here that in Mosaic Nation and in Clubhouse, she and amazing Leslie George are live, and they're going to have a wonderful anniversary episode where they'll be live for 12 hours. Then they're going to go in Zoom and reconnect. And Shirley, that sounds fabulous. Let us know the date so we can come join you and support you. The grief part. I mentioned a little bit earlier, last year, one of our cousins lost 4 members of her immediate family. A bunch of dear friends are out of the hospital and preparing for celebrations of life in honor of loved ones and experiencing the anniversary of loss. Just know we are always with you. And another reason why I will always call this our fragile world. For all of the joy or buoyancy or feeling of the potential, there's somebody somewhere who is not having a day where they feel like they're in the light. This brings us to the last part. And with full transparency, you want to know more about the gratitude? Let's chat more. You want to know more about the grief? Because of Positive Intelligence, because of Yvette helping me explore my implicit trust barriers and remove them, I am now showing up in a different way. 𝗵𝗲 the introvert is reminded, come out and hang out, whether it's a sunny day or a gray one. And I thank Eve at Visibility Gym for the timing of her Visibility Gym always to kind of break out. And amazing Jonathan Howard, who's the best accountability buddy ever. That brings me to growth. And the growth part, like to encourage you, like Shirley saying that Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, will be the Mosaic Nation in Clubhouse's 2nd year anniversary episode, where they'll kind of broadcast live. So come and pop in and join Shirley and Leslie in their amazing community if you're on Clubhouse, or join them for their Zoom celebration. But the growth part, thanks to Yvette, Mel is celebrating her first coaching certifications. My first certification is in trust style inventory, which I was so grateful to discover while trying to locate a resource to add to my beta course, Creating Connections to Scale. Part of the subtitle of the first module of my course involves how to speak your truth. I'm grateful to have explored that personally, thanks to my amazing dynamic team, Catherine, Carla, and wonderful collaborators. And we're exploring it more. And then a question that I had for Yvette was, in the process of the trust work, was how do we remove the barriers? How do we remove the shadows? I had a bit of them. People would say that they don't see them normally. And I don't always share them because I know others have enough on their plates, but they were there. I didn't know quite how to get past them. And in the process of working with Yvette and Carla and Catherine, 15 years as a coach, over 15 years. And I just had my first certification in trust style inventory. And I'm delighted now, thanks to Yvette and her encouragement to pursue more training to kind of explore trust barriers and what I now will explain as trust shadows or shadows of trust. That this is leading to some of the growth. And it's really cool because it kind of really built a step ladder with shorter steps, which is good because I got really short legs, with shorter steps between the emotional intelligence that I had the pleasure of discovering thanks to the talented people in Society of HR Management in a local chapter because of 𝗵𝗲𝗶𝗁𝗃 and Susan Quaid, who invited me there. But emotional intelligence and positive intelligence, they were tools. And positive intelligence has a lot to do with the emotional intelligence, but with helping us with a tool set. And the two together, they are really helping me understand and explain now what I meant about building living bridges. We've got our shadows, we've got our stuff that doesn't feel healthy, and we don't always share it, but behind it, beyond it, past it, there's some amazing stuff if we just find the energy and the strength to kind of just keep going. So on the other side now, in the growth side, I can explain now that 𝗵𝗲 the introvert, the trained ambivert, now really understands some of the elements I wanted to put in my course. And my course, Creating Connections to Scale, is about helping people build relationships in person, online, and both without feeling icky, in a way that helps you magnetize and monetize and increase opportunities. But it's helped on the growth side now. And thanks to Brian Morgan of think deeply, write clearly. And Cheryl Moses, my amazing coach, just keeps showing up in some great group coaching. I now understand the building living bridges part that I was really stuck at explaining. So let's hang out some more when we can. And let's dream in full color. Keep celebrating Phil and his great successes. Celebrate Shirley and Leslie as they approach, their 2-year anniversary. And just keep celebrating you. When you have a chance, let's keep reflecting, because we don't always share it unless we feel like we're around people we trust, unless we feel like we're around people who are safe. But if you need some support making space to emerge, please don't hesitate to reach out. It would be my pleasure. And this one's for you. Wherever you are, smiles across the miles and toasts across the miles. Stay safe, stay well, stay inspired, and please stay in touch and have a magnificent day. Take great care. Be well.